Good morning, Chainbreakers. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I'm going to get this shared out really quick. Oops, there it is. Goodness gracious. I am just having a little trouble with this morning. There we go. Good morning, Chainbreakers. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Monday, November the 4th, 2019, and this is going to be another fantastic day. That is the way I choose for my day to be. I hope you do too. Want to welcome you all in. Come on in. I know there's going to be some people kind of joining us as we get going, but let's get started this morning. Hi, I am Brad Smith. I am your host for Chainbreakers 365 and the creator of hashtag Uplift and Rise. I want to welcome you in here today. Again, this is going to be another fantastic Monday. It is it's nice getting this time change or a little bit already. It's nice to see the sun out there instead of starting this show in the dark. So glad to get a little sunshine already this morning. It's helping put a smile on my face and getting things going. Today I want to get into a topic talking about, are you building a life of significance? A little over 6 months ago, probably about 7 months ago at this point for me, I had a little voice in my head, call it what you want. Right now, I'm just going to call it a voice in my head that spoke to me and told me, you're playing small. You're playing small. And it got me to start looking at and realizing all the different areas of my life that I was just kind of going by in life, living in a comfort zone, being completely comfortable and happy. But was it significant? Was I leaving an impact? Was I making my mark on things? Well, could I look back and say that each day was left better than the day I found it because I was there? I know that every time I walk into a new environment and later leave, I want to leave knowing that I left it better than I found it. You know, if it's going to the football games over the weekend, when you get up and walk away from where you were sitting in the stands or in the bleachers, did you leave a mess behind, or did you leave it better than you found it? When you go to a play or a performance, or when you're at church, did you leave programs laying behind? Did you leave a mess? Or did you leave it better than you found it, or at least as good as what it was when you came in? The same thing can be said on the impact we make on people. Do people look at their encounter with you and know that you brought value to them that day? That you left them better than you found them? Did you pour into them? Did you leave a life or lead a life of significance in your interaction with the people that you interacted with? Now, some cases it's in service, and part of my job that I'm with every single day, and I call on a lot of car dealers who are my clients. I want to be able to walk into their premises and later walk back out knowing that I brought value to them, knowing that I gave them a piece, a nugget, something they can hang on to, something that they can improve upon their performance based on the value that I was able to bring to the situation. If you're in sales and you're talking to clients every day, are you pouring into them? Are you helping them make good decisions? Are you helping guide them through the sales process? Are you filling them with information that they would not have had otherwise? Are you helping them choose wisely? Or are you pushing them into something you want them to do? So significance comes from where we leave lives better than what we found them. And if you're pushing your agenda upon them, then you're saying essentially, I know better than they do what's good for them. And I think, my friends, we can all agree that that's what we dislike about a lot of our current politicians. They think they know us better than we know ourselves. I don't know about you, but when I became an adult and moved out of my parents' home, I left that behind me. I chose to start living my own life. I chose to start making my own decisions. I chose to start being an adult. And in that, I started making the decisions that I wanted to make, the movement forward that I wanted to choose. And if people start telling me what's best for me, then I have to question whether I'm with the right person or not. Now, sometimes there are people that we pay to have that, to give us that guidance. Maybe it's a doctor, maybe it's an attorney, right? Maybe it's an accountant. Maybe it's in areas that we don't know, so we are paying them for their expertise. But in a lot of cases, they are people that we need to serve us. Now, maybe it's in helping guide us to good decisions, but it's in decisions that are best for us, not best for them. So I'm going to ask you, are you pouring into other people's lives? Are you, as a manager, helping lead them? And leading is not managing. Leading is not bossing. Leading is helping people become a better version of themselves after you found them than before. That you improved their lives, helping them find the better versions of themselves. You helped people by serving them in helping to find the best parts of themselves and improving upon that. Maybe you helped them make good decisions by guiding them in the right directions. Maybe it's as simply in finding out what motivates them and moving them forward based on their own motivation, helping them fulfill that need inside of them to improve themselves and become better. So I'm going to ask you today, are you building a life of significance? Because significance comes in service. Significance comes in what we leave behind. If we choose constantly to have people serve us, then we have given our power away. So you see, a lot of rulers or kings and queens, monarchy as you were, they don't exist today because they were all about people serving them. They had it backward. Government should be about serving people, not people serving the government. A lot of our politicians today have adopted the wrong philosophy, and they think that they know better and that people should be paying them or serving them. Where truthfully, we should be serving others. Government should be serving us. Government should be helping us. Excuse me, I just caught my power cord, I think, with my foot. Government should be about making the citizens' lives better by moving them forward, by pouring into them, by giving them the ability to improve their own lives. So I guess my question, a lot of this is today, is in dealing with others, with dealing with your children, in dealing with your spouse, in dealing with your partner, in dealing with those you have close relationships with, in dealing with those at church, at work, in your friendships. Are you a taker or are you a giver? Are you pouring into them or are you expecting them to serve you? Are you helping make their lives better, or are you simply telling them what to do to make your life better in the long run? So I ask you what your agenda is. Is your agenda to help others, or is your agenda to feed yourself? You see, along with that same hashtag in our social media group on Facebook, hashtag uplift and rise, is right in that. What you get to realizing is that as we pour into others, as we serve into others, as we hashtag uplift others, that we too rise. Wow, I don't know what in the world was going on with my social media, but I just now saw everybody starting to pop in. Good morning, Connie, Laura, Jeremy, Tom, Michael. Glad to have you here this morning. Wow. Glad to have you here. So, my friends, think about how you're working with people today, how you're serving them, how you're pouring into them, and you will, along with that, you will rise, you will pour into yourself by leading a life of significance, by pouring into others and serving them. That is where true value is. Telling me that voice in my head last spring, telling me that I was playing small, was because I had become so comfortable. I had fallen into that comfort zone so much that I was no longer pouring into others. I was letting things pour into me. I was in my comfort zone. My friends, we don't pour into others when we're comfortable. We don't pour into others as we sit back and let others serve us. We don't pour into others and lead a life of significance until we start pouring into them. I hope I've spoken to some people this morning. I hope that you are finding this of value. My friends, I appreciate you being here this morning, and I thank you for all of a sudden jumping in. I don't know what in the world was going on with my internet, but I'm glad that you ended up joining us today. If you want to truly lead a life of significance, if you want to leave a mark behind, if you want to pour into others, and with that you will rise, then I ask you, every interaction, what can you do today to serve the person that's in front of you? What can you do today to help them improve their lives? My friends, you will improve your own life when you put others first. I hope you've gotten something of value. And if you have, my friends, I hope you have shared this message out. I hope that you not only do that, but you are also so inspired that you want to see other videos like this as well. And you can find them here in Chainbreakers 365 on replay. You can go to chainbreakers365.com, or on YouTube, you can find my channel at Chainbreakers 365. But best of all, is always still here live every single Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. for Chainbreakers 365 Live. Hey, Joe, thanks. See you in here now. Thanks so much for being here today. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time, right here for Chainbreakers 365 Live. I'll see you tomorrow, my friends. Have an awesome, fantastic day. Bye now.